If you do not know your worth and value, it is going to be so easy for someone to come into your life and tell you what it is that you deserve. When you have no sense of self and you do not know your worth and value, you are going to accept minimal to no efforts. You are going to accept breadcrumbs because you don't know what you deserve. So you're going to take whatever someone is giving you just as a means to be accepted, just so you can feel loved, just so you can feel something. And this is something that is usually rooted from our life experiences, usually coming from our childhood. Either we did not receive the emotional nourishment, love, support of a parental figure, either mom or dad were present, either we felt abandoned, abused, mistreated, belittled. Anything that we did might not have felt good enough. Maybe we were, judged as children. There was something in our development that caused us to feel like we need to just be someone that always does the most. We're always here to please other people because we just want to be loved. We just want to be accepted. So when we grow up, we start to develop the same patterns in our relationships. It is so important that you know yourself. It is so important that you love yourself and you get clear on the things that you want from life, that you have standards, that you have boundaries. So how do we develop that? How do we develop a strong sense of self? Well, it all starts with you and how you treat yourself. How do you treat yourself? The treatment that we allow is the treatment that we receive. So it is very important that you become aware of how you are speaking to yourself, the actions that you're taking every single day, the things that you are doing. Are you someone that constantly has this, negative dialogue with yourself? Do you call yourself out of your name if you make a mistake? Do you say that you're dumb? Do you say that you're stupid? How are you talking to yourself? Do you feel like you're a good human being? Do you feel like you're not a good human being? Do you go against your own word? Do you say that you are going to do something and then you don't show up for yourself? Because whenever you say that you are going to do something and then you don't do it, you are already abandoning yourself. You are already not showing up for yourself. And that is always going to be reflected back to you. You are going to attract people that are on the same wavelength as you. How are my routines? What am I doing every single day? Am I doing something that is going to help me become a better person? Am I reading self-help books? Am I really taking time to do mindful practices and reflect on how I'm feeling? Really taking care of myself emotionally? Am I implementing physical activity? Am I making sure I'm drinking enough water and eating healthy foods? Because this is also something that is very important. People that love themselves are going to also take care of their physical appearance, because when you fully love yourself from the inside, that is also going to reflect on the outside. So once you start building these habits and routines, you're going to change the way that you feel about yourself. So if you're not someone that talks to yourself in a negative way, if you don't call yourself out of your name, if you do not disrespect yourself, if you are always doing the things that you say that you're going to do and you are showing up for yourself, you are not going to allow anyone that comes into your life that is not going to do those things for you, because you are already doing that for yourself. So breadcrumbing, which is really being inconsistent. It is inconsistency. Either, a person's words is not aligning with their actions, or people are just ghosting, people are disappearing. This type of behavior is no longer going to become attractive once you start changing who you are. And this is something that takes time. It is a practice. Building self-esteem, building self-confidence, building a strong sense of self is something that takes practice. It is something that you have to do every single day, from the moment that you wake up until the moment that you go to sleep. You have to be your number one supporter. You have to be the one that treats yourself in the way that you want others to treat you. So it really starts with you. You are the one that has to treat yourself in a certain way, and that is going to develop certain standards. These are my standards. I do not call myself out of my name. I do not disrespect myself. I am consistent with who I am, and I continue to show up for myself every single day. Therefore, that now becomes the standard for a relationship, whether that is friendship, whether that is romantic. I expect people to meet me where I am at, because this is something that I already give to myself. There's a lot of things that we put up with because that is what we feel that we deserve. And we can consciously tell ourselves many things. We can consciously say, I am worthy, I am valuable, I do love myself because I can say anything. I'm consciously choosing to say something. But if that is not the core belief that is present subconsciously, then that is not going to be reflected back to me. Which means that you really have to take a look at your reality. You really have to take a look at your results. Do not ignore the 3D in the sense that, oh, I'm just going to be delulu and pretend that this person is in love with me when they are disrespecting me, when they are ghosting me, when they are breadcrumbing me. I don't believe in that. One thing that I refuse to be delusional about is about how someone truly feels about me. I'm going to take someone for what they are showing me. If their words are not in alignment with their actions, then there is an inconsistency there. And I'm not going to pretend like it's not happening. So it is very important for you to actually take a look around and look at the things that you are accepting. What is it that you are accepting as your truth? And why do you feel that you deserve that? Why are you attracted to that? And sometimes people tell me like, oh, I'm not attracted to that. Nobody is attracted to that. People sometimes pretend to be someone that they're not, and then this is what happens, and this is why we end up in these situations. But the reality of the matter is, if you're really able to slow down, remove all sense of urgency, because whenever you truly love yourself and whenever you truly respect yourself, you are not going to feel like you're going to miss out on anyone or anything. There is nothing to wait for. There's nothing that you need to do. The right person is going to show up when it is your time, and you're never going to run out of time. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how many kids you have. It doesn't matter what you've been through. None of those things matter. Circumstances do not matter. What matters is how you feel about yourself. What matters is your perception of it. If you think that, then that is what you are going to experience, because how we feel about something is what we will experience. Your worth and value is not determined or dependent on the opinions of other people. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. That says more about them than it says anything about you. What matters is how you feel about yourself, how you treat yourself, how you are showing up for yourself. That is what determines your self-worth. That is something that is cultivated from within. And that is something that no one can take away from you. You decide what kind of life you want to live. You decide what kind of standards you want to have, and you stand firm on that. And if someone cannot respect that, then that just means that they are not for you. And you're not going to chase, and you're not going to change, and you're not going to manipulate, because you need to allow people to be who they are also, and that is fine. We are not here to change anyone but ourselves. We can only change ourselves, and that is it. And as we change ourselves, then everyone around us is forced to change, which means either they're going to get with it or they're going to get lost. And either way, we respect it and we honor it, because they also have the right to be who they are. And whenever you have that strength and trust within yourself, you are not going to feel like you're going to miss an opportunity, because you're strong within yourself. You know who you are, you know what you deserve, and you know that whatever is meant for you is going to be meant for you, and it is not going to miss you. You don't have to do anything outside of who you are to make someone see you, to make someone like you, to make someone accept you. The only person that has to see you, the only person that has to accept you is yourself. Start by doing things every single day that are going to help you become that person. Stop procrastinating. Start writing down your goals. Start keeping a journal. Start really paying attention to how you're feeling. Ask yourself why you accept certain things. Why is it that you are this way? Question everything. Question everything, even what I'm saying. Like, this is something that I tell my children all of the time. Question everything, even the things that I tell you. Why? Because that is how you learn to know yourself. And as you learn to know yourself, you are going to start developing a stronger sense of self. You're going to know what it is that you want from life and what you expect from yourself and from other people. Wake up every single day and tell yourself that you love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Get comfortable with how you look, with your appearance. Accept the features that you have been given, because these have been handed down to you from generations and generations of people that have lived and that have came before us. And that is truly a blessing, because it is a blessing to be alive. It is a blessing to be here today. When we can learn to honor that and accept that, we can start to really develop that self-love for ourselves. You are your biggest supporter in this lifetime. You have to really know yourself fully, inside and out. We cannot expect other people to love us, to see us, to respect us if we're not even doing that for ourselves. It starts with you. Everything that you want from other people, give it to yourself first. And as you become solid in that and you continue to do that every single day, the external reality, everyone around you is going to reflect that back to you. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I trust that this video was helpful. If you feel called, leave me a comment, leave me a like, and I will see you guys in another video.